Man's alone time with kids caught on hidden camera. Stella is frozen in her tracks. Her mouth drops wide open as she watches the secret footage she recorded of her husband and 2 kids. She can feel her heartbeat in her throat as she watches the man she married do something unimaginable. But this had to be a joke, right? Her husband was her childhood sweetheart. He was her soulmate. She could never imagine him ever doing such a thing. She knew there was no coming back from this. For Stella Jackson, her family was her everything. She married her childhood sweetheart Josh 10 years ago, and then along came their 2 beloved children. There was 5-year-old Emma and 18-month-old Ben. Yes, Stella thought nothing could go wrong in her perfect life, but when she secretly recorded her husband and kids using a nanny cam, she uncovered something truly unimaginable. Being parents didn't always come easy to Stella and Josh. They tried 5 years to get pregnant, and it seemed like having a family just wasn't in the cards for them. But finally, their hard work seemed to pay off. In 2015 and 2019, they welcomed their daughter Emma and son Ben. Finally, their family felt complete, but they had no idea what was coming to them. Balancing a full-time job while being a mommy was hard for Stella. At times, it often felt like she was Superwoman, powering through whatever obstacle got in her path. But she and Josh agreed that for the first 5 years, she would go to work and he would be the stay-at-home dad. Josh didn't mind, but Stella would soon uncover something about her stay-at-home dad. Stella had started to notice that Josh was acting a little different. He seemed distant the majority of the time she saw him, like something was lingering in his mind, but he would never confess his true feelings. She had no idea what she would find out about her beloved husband when she set up a hidden camera and caught him in the act. Normally, Josh was a devoted dad, but lately it seemed like he had other things on his mind. Stella tried to get him to talk about it, but he wouldn't. Then one dark night, Stella woke up to find her bed empty. Where was Josh? She rubbed her tired eyes and shouted out, but Josh didn't respond. She peered through the crack in the door, and what she saw in her hallway left her lost for words. Josh was leaving their eldest daughter Emma's room. What was he doing? Stella looked at her clock. It was 3:45 a.m. in the morning. Maybe Emma just had a nightmare? Stella brushed it off as Josh just merely doing his dad duties, but she was so wrong. With work getting even busier, Stella had started to miss out on time to spend with her 2 children. So to ensure she didn't miss out on anything, she set up a nanny cam. It was a foolproof plan. She'd get to see her beloved children while she was able to do work. But when she looked at the video from that morning she set it up, she couldn't believe her eyes. For most parents, the use of a nanny cam is the perfect way to keep an eye on things. You simply press record and are then able to watch the footage straight away using the app on your phone. When Stella would take a peek at the secretly recorded video of her husband and kids, she was left reeling. Stella had set up the nanny cam before she went to work. She didn't tell her husband. For some strange reason, she felt like she didn't need to. While at work on lunch, she opened up the nanny cam app and started to watch the video of the previous morning. She had no idea what was coming. Looking for some peace of mind as she ate her lunch at work while watching the nanny cam video, Stella thought she'd find some cute moments of her and her kids to send to their family. But she never expected that this time she'd caught something else altogether. The video started with footage of her 2 kids in the living room. Stella smiles to herself as she watches her beloved children dance around to a song on the TV. Josh looked like he was doing laundry in the background, but then suddenly he appeared in the shot. What he did next changed everything. In just a few minutes, her husband's true colors were brought to light. Stella watches as Josh, her husband of 15 years, picks up their daughter. He blows raspberries on her belly, which results in a giggle that would make anybody crack a smile. Then suddenly Josh did something else, and as soon as Stella saw it, there was no going back. She had to show everyone. Stella's frozen in her tracks. This had to be a joke, right? She watches her husband from the secret hidden camera and can't believe her eyes. Why would he do this? She knew she had to show people. She thought nobody was watching him, but he wasn't going to get away with it that easy. In the video, Stella's 2 children are goofing around in the living room. The baby jumps up and down in his bouncer to the beat. Meanwhile, a lyric video for Katy Perry's #1 smash hit E.T., which Perry released as a single in 2011, is loudly blasting out of the TV. With the music turned up to full volume, the older girl stands in front of the TV while waving a pair of brightly colored pom-poms around to the music, while her infant sibling bounces up and down in her stroller. It's clear the children are having fun, but unbeknownst to them, Dad is about to step in. Stella's husband is seen walking in the background carrying a box. Noticing the children dancing in the living room, he puts the box on the table and walks into the living room. Instead of carrying on with his chores, Stella is shocked to see him walk right into the shot and do something completely unexpected. Firstly, he leans down to his daughter and moves his hands up and down with a jerking motion. Yes, he's doing the robot, dancing his way into the room to the delight of both of his kids. They can be heard giggling hysterically as their father approaches them. Then he even begins to lip-sync along with a song miming, "Boy, you're an alien, your touch so foreign." After he's done the robot, he ends with a pirouette. Despite being quite a large guy, this amazing dad is able to pull off some surprisingly graceful dance moves. Although most of the dad's moves are typical dad dance moves, it just makes the entire video all the more endearing to those who've seen it. But the dad isn't just dancing with his eldest daughter. He slides up to the baby, leaning in and grooving in time with the baby's bouncing. It's obvious the baby's enjoying the performance too. The baby grins with delight as his dad pulls funny faces while he dances along with the music. At one point, the oldest daughter hands her dad the red pom-poms. He takes one and twirls it around, but the girls insist that he must dance with both of them. He shows off his silly dance moves, which makes his kids roar with laughter. He takes the other pom-pom and goes through an impressive and sassy cheerleader routine. Then the daughter takes back one of the pom-poms, with the pair continuing to twirl them around, holding one each. The song continues, and so does Dad. Dad continues to shake and twirl the pom-pom, making hilarious faces as Katy Perry's song drops the beat and reaches a crescendo. As the song gets close to an end, the dad drops a pom-pom, the epic mic drop becoming one of the best moves we've seen in the video. Then, he stops and nonchalantly leaves the living room and goes back to his chores, not knowing that his dance routine was caught on camera. The viral video proves that while hidden cameras are often used for spying on people or for more nefarious purposes, they can also catch some wholesome moments too. And unsurprisingly, most of those comments displayed an outpouring of love and affection for the caring dad. Indeed, the heartwarming video seems impossible not to like. Best Dad of the Year award goes to whoever he is, commented Susanna Danielle, a YouTube user. Gabriel Klopp agreed that this man is, quote, a dad who loves his kids. One thing's certain, these kids have an awesome dad that is down to earth and loves having fun and making them laugh. When Stella originally set the hidden camera up in her living room, she'd only expected to be able to keep an eye on things and perhaps capture a few cute videos of her kids. Instead, she got something even better, her husband showing what a devoted dad he was. Indeed, this is a clip she'll treasure forever. However, thanks to Stella's hidden camera, the entire dance performance isn't just between him and his kids like he'd thought. Not that the video was anything to be embarrassed about. When Stella saw the footage, she was alarmed at first. Then a smile spread across her face. She knew she had to share her husband's antics with the world. The video that made the rounds on YouTube was called "Mom Finds Out How Dad Watches the Kids." Some viewers complained that this title was misleading because they were expecting something less heartwarming. Am I the only one who thought this was gonna be bad? Jace Bailiff asked. Viddy Caddy wrote, "From the title, I thought this guy was a child abuser. Boy, was I wrong." Stella uploaded the video on Facebook and it got a lot of attention. Then Mike Jordan uploaded the footage to YouTube with a comment, "He has the dance moves of a goat having a seizure, but the kids like it." Since the video was shared in September 2015, it has received 28,000 likes, more than 2 million views, and it has received over 5,000 comments.